Hello, my friends. It's April 16th, 2018, and it's time for today's big story. Over the weekend, Sega announced the SEGA Ages lineup for the Switch. There's going to be, at first, 15 titles included in this lineup. These are going to be available through the Switch eShop. No retail release as far as we know. And they're going to start coming out this summer. So not all 15 at once, but it probably is going to be a weekly thing or a bi-weekly thing. And it's going to be a whole bunch of classic Sega games, spruced up a little bit. The Ages collection has been around for a while. I think the last time we saw it on any platform was back in 2012, I think, and now it's coming back for Switch. Of those 15 titles, we know 5. Sega said that Phantasy Star, Alex Kidd in Miracle World, Thunder Force 4, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Gain Ground are all coming to the Switch. Again, we just know summer, we don't know specific release dates for those titles, but I imagine Sega is going to reveal more of this lineup as we get closer to summer. So with this announcement, a lot of people have been taking to social media to say, like, I want this game, I want that game, this needs to be part of SEGA Ages collection, blah 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 blah. And a lot of people think, you know, just screaming into the void like that doesn't matter. But Sam Mullen over at Sega has been talking about the SEGA Ages collection, and he says that that stuff actually does matter. He says if you want something in that collection, let Sega know through social media, so their official Twitter, Facebook, stuff like that. He says, yeah, reach out and let them know because they are paying attention, and whatever you talk about could influence whatever titles might enter the lineup later on. They're talking about considering Saturn and Dreamcast titles as well. Maybe there's already some in the lineup that we don't know about that they haven't revealed yet, but they're basically saying if this lineup does well, they'll consider titles like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they snuck one in there already, but maybe we'll find that out later. But yeah, whatever you want, go on social media and let Sega know. Just don't send them, like 30 tweets. Put a couple out there, let them know, and hopefully other people will see those, like those, and reply and say, yeah, I want those games on there too. Quo Vadis on Twitter says, are arcade games excluded? I would very much love for Sega to bring their classic arcade games. They are not excluded because Gain Ground is the arcade version. So we have 2 Master System games, 2 Sega Genesis games, and 1 arcade game. So now you get a better lineup of what platforms are being considered, at least for the first wave. So if it's on Master System or Sega Genesis or in the arcade and Sega was involved, then yes, it could potentially come over to the Switch as part of the SEGA Ages collection. So as long as your game fits in there, and like I said earlier, Dreamcast or Saturn, even if it's one of those, that might be a little bit harder to do because we don't know if this series is going to sell well and Sega's going to say, okay, go ahead with those titles. But yeah, any of those platforms, reach out on social media and let Sega know what you want. They are paying attention. Alright, my friends, that's today's big story for April 16th, 2018. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow for whatever tomorrow's big story is, and I sure hope you'll join me to check it out. So until then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening, and I'll see you in a few short hours. Hey guys, RMC here from Go Nintendo. If you like what you saw in the video, why don't you give us a thumbs up and maybe even subscribe? We'd love to have you. If you want to see what else we're up to, you can check out GoNintendo.com for 24-hour Nintendo news. You can visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/GoNintendo. You can check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/GoNintendoTweet. And we're even over on Instagram at instagram.com/GoNintendo. I put all the links in the description just to make it easier for you guys to follow. Thanks a lot.